Southwest Florida, Greenville, and Erlc are arguably the best roleplay games on Roblox, so I'm going to compare them all to see which really is the best. But before we go any further, please do make sure you click that subscribe button and also drop a like on the video. Anyways, welcome to the ultimate comparison. First up, we have Southwest Florida. So Southwest Florida overall is a great game. I think it is amazing. There are a few things that I don't like though, which I'm going to talk about. So the first good thing about Southwest Florida is the map size. So as you can see, just driving around right now, the map is huge. Like, there are so many places to go, there are so many things to do, there are so many good role plays you can have, and the map is just generally big. I think it is probably the biggest map out of all of these roleplay games that we're going to test out today, so that definitely gets a point for having such a big map. I think having a bigger map is actually good for roleplay because obviously there's more you can do, the roleplays are more unique, they're all a little bit different, so having a big map is definitely a good start for Southwest Florida. And then secondly, a good thing about Southwest Florida is the job selection. So as you can see here, there are so many jobs here, which some of the other games which I'm going to talk about later on do not have these. So even things like a water park employee, like that is just really cool there. I don't think any other roleplay game even has a water park, so a water park employee is really cool. So the job selection is amazing. There are so many roleplays you can do with that, which again is a huge factor if it is going to be the best roleplay game on Roblox. And then we have the car selection. So if I go to the car dealership, which is just over here, as you can see, for starters, the car dealership itself looks absolutely amazing. I really like that. But also the car selection. If I walk into this here, as you can see, there are hundreds of cars. Hatchbacks, SUVs, sedans, pickups, supercars, hypercars, classic cars, emergency cars, vans, and even motorcycles. So that is really cool, and I don't think any other game apart from Greenville even has that many, and I think Greenville and Southwest Florida are kind of equal with the amount of cars they have. So yeah, I think having this amount of cars to choose from is absolutely amazing, and you also get 2 for free, and in all of the games I think you only get 1. I'm not sure about Greenville, but I know for Emergency Response Liberty County, or ERLC as I'm going to call it in this video, you only get 1 free car on the civilian teams. So yeah, the car selection is definitely a good factor for Southwest Florida. And then coincidentally, we're actually at the car dealership because the next one is building detail. So the detail on all of the buildings that you can actually go inside are really amazing. So all of the surrounding buildings, as you can see, the little building over there, it looks like McDonald's, and then this building over here, which I don't even think you can go in, they still have incredible detail. Obviously all of the other ones as well, they haven't really loaded in, but they all do have amazing detail. And as you can see, this is just so cool. I love the design of this, and all of the other buildings have a similar kind of design to them and similar details, and I don't think any other game in this comparison has buildings with this much detail anyway. So buildings with this amount of detail are really good, and I think it helps out a lot and makes the roleplay experience a lot better. And then the final good thing that I know about Southwest Florida is the amount of content they add to the updates. So one of the updates, they added 17 new cars, and if we go and check the most recent update right now, yeah, as you can see, the most recent update is added 17 new vehicles, including a few remodels and limited vehicles. So 17 new vehicles. Imagine if a game like ERLC, for example, added 17 new vehicles. Like, that is incredible. So definitely a huge point for the amount they put in the updates. I don't think any of the roleplay game on Roblox updates that much. I mean, it's not like they don't update frequently either. They update quite often, and they always add so much to them. Sometimes they are only just cars, yes, so maybe it would be nice to get some more, like some more job updates or something like that, but overall the update sizes are huge, and I really like that. But now it's time to move on to the bad things about Southwest Florida. So if I'm honest, I could only think about one bad thing about the game, which I have mentioned in some of my other Southwest Florida videos, but that is the map detail. Not the building detail, but the general map detail. As you can see, just things like this, like, I think are really pathetic, and I think it's quite a big disadvantage for saying that they have these really nice buildings, these really nice cars, and then they just have this. Like, I think it's a bit of a letdown, to be honest, because these are just like very bad. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I really do not like these, and I don't think many people do either. They just don't blend in with the whole style of the game. They just look really duplicated and disgusting, and the texture on it isn't even that good. So I definitely think to improve Southwest Florida, the developers should really think about kind of changing this up. And some of the trees as well, as you can see, they're a bit kind of imagey and the textures are a bit low quality, but I don't think they're as bad as like the little bushes here. So yeah, I really hope they get improved on in the future, because then Southwest Florida I think will be an incredible game. But yeah, that is all I have for Southwest Florida. So overall, I'm going to give Southwest Florida a 9 out of 10. I think it is an amazing game. I don't really see any disadvantages or downsides to it, except from some of the map detail in places and the fact that the map doesn't really load in unless you get close to it. But I guess that's just a Roblox issue, and that's not really anything they can do. I guess that's just to prevent lag and stuff. So overall, the game is amazing. But let's move on to the second one, which is Greenville. So here we are in Roblox Greenville. Let's get straight into this. So the first one that I have is the car selection once again. So I know I said this for Southwest Florida, but really the car selection on here is incredible. We have all of these vehicles here. Yeah, if I scroll down from the side here, as you can see, there are hundreds, possibly even thousands of vehicles. Just look how many vehicles there are right now. Like, oh my gosh, that is just incredible. There are so many vehicles in this game, and I think that is really cool. There's so much selection. Like, if I just look outside, as you can see, everyone has a different vehicle. This server's kind of small, but as you can see, we have Lamborghinis, even like KSIs. I think that's incredible how you can kind of change the skin on it and stuff. We have like Mercedes, we have everything here. So literally everyone is using a different car pretty much, which I think other games that doesn't really happen in. Everyone kind of uses this like a similar car, which in other games does not really happen. So yeah, I think the car selection is incredible. And then the next one is actually things around the map. So as you can see just here, I'll spawn in my car right now, but as you can see, just things like this, there are like cars like parked up. There aren't actually like any real place. As you can see, we've got 2 cars parked up here, and kind of every little parking lot there's cars parked up. So we have Teslas, we have like Tahoes and stuff, and they're all parked up. Like, it just adds so much detail to the map, and I think a lot of other games should think about adding that, because it's really cool how there's like loads of AI around the map. Not really AI, but there's cars placed around the map, and it just adds so much to it. And then the third one, as you can see by me driving down here, is obviously the map size. Greenville's map is huge. I'm not sure if it's bigger than Southwest Florida's. I'm assuming they're about the same. If I'm honest, I think it's about similar. Greenville's might be a little bit bigger, but as I've already said, I don't really play on Greenville or Southwest Florida, so I don't know too much about that. But for Erlc, I know quite a lot. But yeah, so the map size is just generally huge. I've been driving along this one road. As you can see, there's another car parked over there, but I've just been driving along this whole road for ages now, and we're not even near the end. I'm not sure if there's a dead end down here. It doesn't look like there is. It's still going on. I think it will end pretty soon though. But as you can see, just things like this, like little farms, you can't actually do anything at them, but they're just there, and it just adds so much to the map. And yeah, there's the dead end, so we don't want to go flying off. But yeah, so the map size is really good for Greenville. So the next one is again the job variety. So over here at jobs, job selection, as you can see, there are so many here. So even a banker, you can be a DMV worker, a daycare worker, a farmer, you can be a medical worker, you can be a cafe worker, you can literally work like anywhere. There are so many in this game, so I really like that. And as I said for Southwest Florida, I think having all of those different jobs available definitely adds to the roleplay experience and makes it a lot more unique and a lot more fun. And then the final one is a little bit different. So this is actually like the settings available. So as you can see over here, if I press this settings, as you can see, we actually have loads of in-game settings, which I know both of the other games do have, but I just think Greenville has so much more, like so many more settings. They don't have too many, they have about 10 here. But as you can see, things like render quality and gear shifting and also hold braking and car collision and braking mode and like steering speed, like all of those things are just really cool. And I think you can customize your vehicle to kind of however you want and your game to however you want. So if you have kind of a lower end PC, then obviously you can change some of these settings, or if you're not as good as a driver, then obviously you can change some settings as well. So you can turn off car collision, you can maybe have like gear shifting on arcade just like this, and all of the other settings here as well. So I think that is really cool, and I really like that feature. My car is actually very dirty right now as well, which is quite cool. I like the detail there. So let's move on to the bad things about Greenville. So the first one is is the ways to learn the map. So oh my gosh, so the map is huge, as I've already said, but there is actually no like map, not what I can see anyway, and I've played this game for a little bit, so if there is a map then that's cool, but still supporting my point, it's obviously not easy to find because I've looked everywhere and I can't really find it. So it's very bad that there isn't a map. But as you can see, things like this, there's a little plane up here, that's really good. How there's, oh my gosh, this guy is crashing into me all the time. But yeah, it would be really cool if they had a map, because learning the Greenville map is incredibly difficult, and like it's very hard. You can't just learn it like quickly, because in Erlc, like we actually have a mini map, or we can, you know, make it like a huge map. And in Southwest Florida, they kind of have markings above all of the different buildings and things that you will need to know, so you can just follow the road and stuff. So I do really wish we had a map for Greenville, because it's really hard to learn. Like I have no clue where I am right now, so it'd be really nice to kind of know where you are, know how to get back to kind of the main city and things, and know where everything is and the main parts like the police station and stuff. So it would be really cool. Obviously I kind of know it a little bit because I've played it a bit, but things like this, like I've never been down this road. I don't even know where I am right now. I think that's like the main road that we came down earlier. But yeah, so it would be good if we had a map. It would make new players' experiences a lot better. And then the final bad thing about Greenville, or the only other bad thing about Greenville, I can't really show you on this car right now, so because it's quite dirty, but if I spawn in another car here, as you can see, the car detail, no, it's dirty again, okay, but the car detail is quite low. So as you can see, the vehicle like wheels here, the rims are just like flat images. They're not really 3D, they are a little bit, but I mean they're quite low quality. And then obviously with the tires as well, they're quite low quality. They could be improved quite a bit, but the rest of the vehicles I think are alright. I mean, they're not too great. I definitely think Erlc wins on all levels of vehicle detail, but we'll get onto that later. So it would be nice if there was a bit more detail to the vehicle. And in Southwest Florida, use kind of similar images to it, but yeah, I think both of them should maybe kind of improve on that, but I don't really know how they could, because obviously it adds a lot more lag if they use actual parts or meshes for it like Erlc do, but I think that's something that they should consider. Maybe just higher resolution textures would be nice. But yeah, that is Greenville. Overall I would give Greenville a 7 out of 10, because obviously as well the roleplay is not too great. I've noticed in some of these public servers the roleplay is not great, and I think Greenville is more like a driving simulator over a roleplay game, because you actually get money by driving around, not by doing jobs. So you can't really roleplay too much in Greenville. Obviously you can, there are roleplay servers and private servers and stuff, but I think really this game is kind of, oh, that guy just died, but I think really this game is kind of a driving simulator, because you get money from driving around, not actually doing any jobs or role playing. So if you're not driving around and you're role playing in a house, then you won't really get any money, so that's quite sad. But yeah, I would give Greenville a 7 out of 10. So let's move on to the final one, which is Erlc. Here we are in Erlc, or Emergency Response Liberty County. So this is the game that I play most on Roblox. This is kind of what my channel is all about, so I know quite a lot about this game, and I'm going to talk about everything that I like about this game, and even some things that I don't like, because there are some things that I don't like about Erlc. But let's kick this off straight away. So the first one is the car details. As you can see, all of these vehicles here are incredibly detailed. They all look really amazing there. Even things like the indicators and the headlights and things, they all look really cool. And this is not just the Lamborghini. And as you can see, the wheels are even like 3D. They're not images, which is what I was talking about on Southwest Florida and Greenville. They're 3D, but not just these cars. Literally every single car in the game has got 3D wheels and looks really detailed, has amazing kind of indicators and brake lights and stuff. Even this one here, which is one of the cheapest cars in the game, has amazing detail there. So car detail in Erlc is absolutely amazing, and I love it. Even the taxi over there, as you can see, it's quite detailed. And then we have the map detail. So unlike Southwest Florida and Greenville, they actually have loads of detail around the map. So kind of all of the buildings, some of them aren't too great. This building is really old. It's been in the game since kind of the start, hasn't really been updated. But things like this, they're just like, even though they're not in use, they're just really nice. And the ones that are in use as well are really nice. Not so much the interior, but the exteriors of all of the buildings definitely are really good. And for the way the game is, I think they definitely suit the style. So I'm very happy kind of about the map detail and how it is. I'm now being chased by the police and I just got pit maneuvered, but I guess you could say that is another good thing about ERLC, the pit maneuver feature. So that obviously adds on to the roleplay as well. It's not an actual thing that I added on this list, but I guess I can add it. So kind of the roleplay aspects is really good, how you can actually like pit maneuver people and obviously bring them to a stop nicely, which no other games have. So we need to actually pay off our bounty in here. If we just run in here quickly and pay off our bounty, there we go. He's going to try and arrest me right now, even though I just paid it off. So, yeah, the roleplay aspects are really cool, how you can pit maneuver people. They have really nice fires. They have nice robberies that you can do and things. So I think it's really nice that they kind of have that. So I think those features are really nice. But let's move on to the next one, which is the jobs. So if I press menu up here, as you can see, we have all of these different jobs. So we have civilians, sheriff, firefighter, police, and DOT. Those are the main jobs, but then roleplay jobs, as you can see, we have postal worker, we have hospital worker, which is nurse or doctor. There are kind of two jobs in one there. We have a farmer, we have gas station worker, we have a news worker, and taxi and limo worker. So I think they are really incredible jobs. I know it's not as much as, say, Greenville or Southwest Florida, but they're really cool there. So we actually have like a news reporter here right now. So as you can see, they have little microphones and things, and they can like click and turn it out, and they have amazing cameras as well, which is really cool. So he's kind of just roasting this cop right now. Yes, I'm being interviewed right now on a, but yeah, as you can see, even the vans here, like for the custom jobs, how they have custom vehicles and things, I think that's really nice. Do you have anything to comment? No, I do not have anything to comment. This is harassment. Oh my gosh, it's like a real news reporter, always getting in everyone's way. So yeah, I think the jobs are really cool, and they are all really interactive as well. Like on Southwest Florida and Greenville, you can't actually do anything on the jobs really, whereas on, like, for example, a taxi and limo service, civilians can actually call a taxi and limo. As you can see, if I submit a call right now, it will give all of the people on that team a notification so that they can come and pick me up and, you know, give me a lift to wherever. So I think the interactivity on the jobs is really cool. And then the next one is customizability options. So whether that be for vehicles or game settings, as you can see here, we also have loads of game settings. So bloom effect, if I put it on high, as you can see, it kind of like adds like a really nice effect to my vehicle. Good for screenshots. I'm going to turn it back down to low though, because obviously then it's a bit better. We have chat theme, so you can make it dark if you want. You can have your chat theme to dark, which is obviously only for you. Streetlight shadows, interaction hints, overhead combat indicator, car auto flip, and then siren max distance, which is how many studs you can hear the sirens from. So I think that's really cool. But then obviously in the garages as well, if I just drive in here, what is this cop doing here? If I just drive in, as you can see, there are so much you can change on your vehicles as well. So obviously all of these different colors here, and then obviously we have the rim color, so you can change the rim color in things if you want to do that. We have the license plate, so you can change your license plate, and then we even have the license plate designs. There are loads of different designs here, and they actually do limited edition ones. Like this one, this is Liberty County Champions. This was from the Metaverse Champions event. We have this one, which is from Christmas. We have this one from Easter, and obviously they add quite a lot each time, so I think it's really cool that we have all of those customizability options. I know other games have similar ones as well, but I think that was really cool for ERLC. So yeah, I think it's really cool. And then obviously the realism as well, just things like this, the hospital, how it's so big and how there's so many things you can do inside, and all of the different rooms inside the hospital as well. And obviously for the fire department as well, all of the stuff they have inside of there. The fire trucks are really realistic, and most things about the game I think are just really realistic. So I love the game for those things, but let's move on to the bad things about ERLC. So these things are always things I talk about in my videos, but the thing I hate the most about ERLC is the map size. It is ridiculously small. You can drive all the way from this top corner down to this bottom corner in literally about like 20 to 30 seconds if you have the fastest vehicle, and that still has loads of turns in it and stuff as well. So if it was just a straight line, you'd get it in like 5 to 10 seconds, which I think is pretty bad. However, the owner of ERLC has said, and the developers have said before, that the reason they have done that is so that more people are kind of in the same space. So as I drive around here, as you can see, there are just people everywhere. So there's cops here, there's someone around there is just people everywhere throughout the map. So I really like that for that reason, but I just wish it was a little bit bigger. It gets very boring, and it's just very repetitive driving around the same things all of the time. So yeah, I wish the map was a little bit bigger, but I think that will be an update that does come soon. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't. It's a really requested feature, and I still think people would be in a similar area, even if it was like it doesn't have to be too much bigger, but maybe just like something new, like a different area to go to would be nice, because it's very boring and repetitive when you play it for a long time. And then the second one is the car choice. So if I just drive back over to civilian spawn and show you the different cars, there are quite a few, but compared to some of the other games that we've seen in this video, I don't think there are that many. And you know, they don't really add too many each time. They kind of add like 1 or 2 every few updates, so I wish there was a bit more. But as you can see here, there are quite a few cars here. That I think there's about 40 or something. I think there's about 40 cars on the civilian team. Obviously there's more on the police and fire team and the DOT team as well, but yeah, I just think some more cars would be nice, especially exotic cars. We only have 3 exotic cars, which is the Corvette, the Lamborghini and the Bugatti, which I mean are just general cars. They need like some more unique cars, maybe like a Koenigsegg or a Tesla or something like that, just to spice things up a bit. So I really wish there was more cars, but hopefully that will come in the future, because they do add more cars every update. And then finally, this one might be a bit controversial, but I think the update quantity is quite small. So if I go to their last update over here, I guess just go to the update log. As you can see, last update we got the taxi update, like that's it. We got a taxi, we got 2 taxis and a limo, but they were literally just skins. All of the other vehicles, the actual vehicle models, have been in the games for ages. All they did was added some new skins to it, built this little building here, which actually is just a duplicate of the River City News down there with the interior. Obviously not an exact duplicate, but with the interior it's a very similar layout here. Same thing back here, just with some windows, and then obviously out here is where you can spawn in your vehicle. And all they did was add a limo, add this building, and then obviously implement the team to it as well. So the updates are quite small. And then the update before that, we got we basically got a SWAT shield, we got some new rims for the police cars, we got 2 new tools for the fire team, 1 new tool for the DOT team, and that was it. So definitely some bigger updates would be nice to see in the ERLC, especially because they only have them every 2 weeks. I know that's quite a lot, but I definitely think for like Southwest Florida, when I said earlier how they added 17 vehicles in one update, they have an update every 2 weeks I think, or every 3 weeks or something, and they added 17 vehicles, and in this update we got 1 vehicle and a new building. So I definitely think some bigger updates would be nice, but hopefully they are working on that. But to be honest, what they do add in the game when they do update it is really amazing. The detail of the things they add is quite cool, except from the building interiors. I wouldn't say they're the best, but they are pretty good, so I don't really have a problem with that, but I wish there was a little bit more. So overall, I'm going to give ERLC a 9 out of 10 once again. Obviously that's the same as Southwest Florida, 9 out of 10, and Greenville got a 7 out of 10. So overall, I think Southwest Florida is the best roleplay game if you want kind of customizable roleplays. So if you want to kind of make up your own roleplays, kind of, you know, do it with your friend, then you can really do a good job with that on Southwest Florida. However, if you kind of want pre-made ones like in ERLC, if you just want to join a team, join a server, and there you go, you can roleplay straight away, then that's good, because you can just join onto any one of the teams. You have all of the interactivity right there. You have people that will work with you and things. So ERLC is good for if you just want to join and get a bit of roleplay in there, then ERLC is a great game for that. But if you want to go more in depth, then I think Southwest Florida is probably the best one for you. Greenville I think is a great game, but personally I think it's more of kind of a driving simulator, to be honest. It is a good roleplay game, but I think the way to learn it, like how you play the game, is not easy, and I definitely think there's more kind of simulator aspects to it. Obviously you can still roleplay really well on there if you want to kind of do unique ones, like if you want to do in Southwest Florida, but I think Southwest Florida just wins with the detail and the more things that you can do over Greenville. But please let me know what your favorite roleplay game is down in the description. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you drop a like, make sure you join my Discord server over at discord.gg/amaze, and you can do everything else linked in the description. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.